Hello. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so freaking excited to be back on the mic. I have not recorded a solo episode in what feels like a fucking eternity, to be honest. But it's probably only been a few weeks. And I have been avoiding making this episode for a little bit. But today was the day where I was like, you know what? It's time. And I'm ready to share all that I have been so rigorously deep into working on over the past month or so. So this episode is going to be all about my new mentorship program, which I am I'm so lit up. I'm so fucking excited for this. And I'm just I'm ready. I'm so ready to experience all that is going to be experienced when I have people join this program and to just be a part of their huge, expansive awakenings, transformations. I'm just you guys, I'm so excited. So in this episode, I'm going to go over first of all, I just want to give you guys an update where I'm at mentally, personally, professionally in my business. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because I have not been on the mic in a long time. So I feel like I owe you guys just a little bit of a catch up, a check-in session. So this is how I was feeling maybe 2-ish months ago. It's now August. Holy shit. What the hell, guys? It's freaking August. We are still in the Lionsgate portal. The portal is open until the 12th. Yes, because today is the 9th. So we still have a few days to harness this incredibly potent, powerful energy. I'm not going to get into what the Lionsgate portal means. By the time that this comes out, which I think it might come out tomorrow, it will still be open. So just go look up on Instagram what it means. It's just a beautiful, expansive time. It's a very magical time where our manifestation abilities just, we can harness them and things just come into the physical reality so much quicker, basically. So a few months ago, I didn't even consciously realize that this is how I was feeling until things just came across my path and I was like, oh, this is how I'm feeling. So I feel like intrinsically, I didn't really have this very clear sense of where am I going in my business. I experienced these highs and these lows, and lows being dry spells in my business of I feel as if I'm getting a lot of attention at once and then nothing. And in those nothing periods, it's like, what the fuck is going on? Where are the people? Why are things not moving? So again, I didn't realize that I just was lacking this sense of clarity for where my path was leading me. And I started to work a little bit closer with a friend of mine who is also a client, who is also now a part of this program. And through working with her, I don't know, there were just so many other people that I connected with and these other mentors on my team now that I really, really found this deep sense of resonance with, and they helped me almost reestablish and re-clarify my why. They helped me infuse this sense of intentionality and really helped me establish this bigger vision. Because I'm sure if you're listening to this, you are a seeker, you are an entrepreneur, you are a business owner, and you may not always have the next step. I mean, it's just a natural part of the process. Or sometimes we can be so heads down like in the thing that we are doing or working on, where we just need to look up, get some air, get a new fresh perspective, and allow that help that we know that we are internally seeking to help guide us. So that's kind of how I was feeling the past few months. I'm out here, like, come work with me, trying my best to share the knowledge and share the wisdom of how I can help guide people for wherever they are at in their journey. But I was lacking the bigger vision. So that was a few months back. And then, like I said, just had a lot of those aha, epiphany type of moments where the vision, it almost felt like, okay, I've got this puzzle here and the puzzle pieces were starting to come together, and then it just clicked. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And I think it was around the time that I put out the episode where it's titled Exposing Myself, where I was just a little, again, unclear of how I wanted to move forward in my business. But I was putting a lot of guilt and shame on myself for not being able to show up in certain ways in my business, especially around how do I get myself known? How do I get myself out there in the terms of marketing? So I was harping on myself like, you got to show up, you got to show up, you got to show up, you got to do all the stuff that you really don't want to do. And then that's when I got this very strong download of, you know what? I think it's time to go back into the creating, building type of phase. So I've been in this phase for the past month or so where it truly has felt like it's brought me back to the beginning of when I first launched my business. And through this whole phase that I've been in, I have been pouring myself into these two beautiful new offerings. One that I will not share about yet, but the most important one being this incredible new mentorship program. So, with all that being said, let's get into what this program is. So I've always had long-term coaching containers where you can work with me for either 3 or 6 months. I have always been the type of person where I'm just a seeker. I will always be a seeker. I love, there truly is nothing better to me than learning more about myself. Because the more that I learn about myself, the more that I'm able to understand myself, to tune into myself. That way I can step forward every single day as, the absolute best version of myself in this present moment. So I've come across so many incredible teachers and mentors, and I've worked with them very personally. And these people, I'm like, you guys are fucking gifted. Gifted in a sense where I can't give these gifts, and I don't necessarily want to learn your gifts because they're just not a natural skill for me. So I have decided to bring on a team of mentors on my team, to work with you throughout this program. So not only do you get to work with me, your head coach, and lead you through this new, beautiful, expansive journey of you truly, truly understanding yourself and how you operate and really tuning in to all of you, but you also get to experience so many different perspectives and lenses through the teachings that these other mentors on my team are able to offer you. So before I get into telling you who these mentors are on my team, I want to have just a quick self-assessment with you. And I really, really want you to honestly answer these questions and just see how you're feeling when I ask these questions and what your initial response is, because these questions help shine a light on how this program is going to be able to change your life. So the first question, do you have a sharpened ability to deal with mental pressure, or do you distract and procrastinate? Are you leveraging your gifts and talents, or have you settled into a routine of mediocrity? Are you focusing on the big picture and long-term success and fulfillment, Or are you just living day by day? Are you able to get inspired and get in the zone, or are you always looking outside of yourself for answers? Do you feel like you have a sense of control in your life, career, and family, or are you a prison of obligations? Are you overthinking and replaying past events on repeat, or are you looking forward and building? Are you attracting problematic people into your life, or do you have relationships that nourish and fulfill you? Do you do things for yourself and set self-serving boundaries, or are you prone to being a people pleaser or a doormat? Do you get what you want because you know that the universe provides, or are you always pushing to prove to yourself that you are worthy? Does your work give you purpose and pride, or are you overgiving, overworking, and facing burnout constantly? Is your daily life exciting and interesting, or do you rely on coffee and sheer willpower to get through the day? Are you comfortable in your own skin, or do you feel uneasy or uncomfortable without having a reason for being anxious? Do you know that you are designed for more, but for some odd reason, manifesting isn't working for you? So these are all questions that I, again, really want you to honestly answer. Because if you answer these questions, and first of all, you feel ashamed for some of the answers that you have, this is why I created the program. This is an integration program that is customized to, one, what your needs are, obviously, but it's customized specifically in regards to the way that you operate. So not only are we going to be looking extensively into your human design chart, which is your blueprint, your personal map of how you navigate this physical world, your own manual, but this is why I have brought on these incredible mentors to help you discover all of you, to help you become so insanely in tune with who you are, so it does not matter what or who comes across your path, you know how to move forward in life. And the beauty of human design specifically is that it helps you fix the problem behind the actual problem. So sometimes in life, when we have an obstacle that comes across our path, whether this is a deep obstacle, it's a fleeting obstacle, what can happen is we tend to just focus so intensely on it that we can't see the true origin within ourselves that this problem came from. So you've probably heard words like this: trauma, core beliefs, self-fulfilling prophecies. All of these are hugely impactful shapers of not only our futures, but of our present reality as well. But they lie invisible beneath the surface of our everyday life. So through this deep introspective work that we will be doing in this program, you are going to be guided through a proven process to unblock fears, uncover your desires of what you truly want in your life, and nullify these self-limiting beliefs that are blocking you from becoming one with your mind, body, and soul. So who is a part of this program? Obviously me, your head coach, which you will be meeting with me every single month. But this is who I also have on my team that I am so excited about. So the first mentor that I have is Eric Roberts. He is an alignment coach and the creator of the Unlock Method. The Unlock Method offers a system of uncovering your archetypes, behaviors, and patterns so that you can experience alignment. He is a global authority on astrology, gene keys, astrocartography, numerology, human design, and energy somatics. I first discovered Eric, I want to say about 2 months ago, through a podcast that I'd listened to. And immediately I was like, I gotta meet with this man, because it's so odd, but I've never had my astrological chart read. And that whole world of astrology, Eastern and Western, play a very vital role when it comes to human design. But it's very, very different when we're looking at astrology from a human design lens. And I don't even know what the other opposite way you would call it is. But when we have astrology, it's like not only do you have your big three, your sun, moon, your rising, but you've got all like these houses and placements. And the biggest difference between human design and astrology in the way that I think is human design does not change. This is your blueprint. This is your map. This is your manual. It's never going to fucking change no matter what happens in life. Now, what's so cool about, working with someone who understands astrology is, okay, that's amazing that you understand who you are in your entirety, but also the planets and the stars and things and everything shifting and changing every single day. So astrology opens up like just a whole new realm for us to discover, okay, I really, really, truly know how I operate and I understand myself, which is what I'm here for. Like when I think about my role in all of this, like I'm the tree roots, okay? Like very grounded. This is like the foundation of the work, right? But then we have the astrology aspect come into play, which is just so incredibly helpful because you as an individual, you are constantly experiencing these different shifts throughout life. So I met with Eric and my mind was just blown. I mean, here's the thing. When you're incredibly self-aware and in tune, which I am, which I'm very proud of, every single thing that he said to me, he was like, do you do this? Like, you should do this. And I'm like, Eric, I'm already doing all this shit. But in just like what I teach through my work is I'm just reflecting back to you what you've already felt within your system. Now, sometimes there can be a very strong disconnect, but deep, deep down inside, like you've probably, your spirit, your soul has already told you all of these things. Like you already know all this stuff. So I met with him and immediately was like, this is freaking amazing. Like I gotta bring your powers, your gifts to my people. So Eric Roberts is incredible. And I cannot wait for all of you to meet with him. Now, the second coach that I have on my team is Jane Coe. You probably have never heard her by this name, but if you live in Austin, you probably have heard A Taste of Cocoa. So Jane Coe has over 13 years of business and marketing experience and will give you strategic guidance and tools to pragmatically grow your business. She has over 337,000 followers across her social media platforms and has a proven track record of scaling small businesses. So I first met with Jane back in February. I did a reading for her and she was like, first of all, kind of like blown away by everything that I was telling her because I was a stranger coming into her world. But what I loved about the experience was that she told me that, for the first time, really, she's starting to really integrate this deep introspective work into her life. She has been like heads down building for the past, I think it's maybe like over 10 years. And she is incredibly successful as an entrepreneur. She's a projector. I mean, she is just a projector through and through. And she has the tools. She has the systems. Like she knows how to not only make and grow a successful business, but also how to scale it. So through, again, working with her as a coach and her being my client, but also becoming friends with her and really, really getting to know her, I'm like, you just have an eye for things that I cannot see because she's a projector. Projectors just can help the energy beings make things more efficient, make things more effective. And she has helped me immensely in my business of pointing things out, of doing things in a different way, which I had just never thought about before. So I knew that she had to be a coach on my team as well. Now, the third mentor she is just so special to me. She was actually on my last episode. Her name is Sean Nicole. I found out about Sean when I had first found out about human design. I went to myhumandesign.com and they had a bunch of readers And I scrolled through each one and I landed on Sean and I was like, this is it. I just feel her energy. I met with Sean for a session. She literally blew my mind. She just is like the true embodiment of her work. I just love her with every fiber of my being, and I think she is so incredible and so special. So, a little bit more about Sean. She is a clairvoyant healer and intuitive human design guide. Sean's specialty is empowering you to find greater clarity on your path through refining your life's vision and soul's truth. Sean utilizes human design, clairvoyance, and Akashic records in her sessions to fuel you to create your dream life with integrity and courage. So that's a little bit about Sean. I have worked with her in the past, and I still continue to work with her and all of these other coaches. I mean, what type of coach myself would I be if I also wasn't a student, right? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. And when I was thinking about putting together this program, like, you don't go to a personal trainer if you don't like the way that they look. It doesn't make sense. You wouldn't go to a financial coach if they themselves didn't practice what they preach and weren't set up financially, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense why you would go to someone if they weren't, embodying truly the services that they offer and what they teach. So with that all being said, each of these coaches are here for a reason, and they are all incredible, and they are all so gifted and so talented. And really, my whole vision behind this program is obviously anyone that chooses to embark on this journey and enroll in this program, you obviously have found some type of deep, deep resonance with me, which I'm so incredibly grateful for, right? Because I'm the head coach here. You're working with me one-on-one, whether we are meeting once a week for a call, whether we are meeting twice a month for a call, but we are constantly having that continuous exchange of communication. Like, there is this sense of resonance there. But I also brought these people on because, again, they offer things that I don't necessarily have to give to you, but also want to give to you. And something that I really had to reflect on when I first met with Eric, who is well versed on human design, and like I said, offers all of these other incredible modalities, and he gives you the knowledge. So somatics, numerology, astrology, astrocartography. When I first met with him, I had this moment of like, shit, do I need to learn all of these other modalities, astrology and all of these things? Even though it would be incredible to offer my current clients, this whole spectrum and range of other modalities and just other ways for you to connect with yourself on a deeper level. But then I had to sit there and I was like, actually, no, like, that really doesn't interest me right now. Hell, maybe one day, again, I'm a forever seeker, and I love to learn more, not only for my sake, for me to learn more about myself, but to offer that to other people. But through the work that he did with me, a huge theme and lesson was like, I just want to collaborate with people and I want to partner with people. But the biggest message of all is I feel this like deep, deep desire and need to shed a light on other people's strengths and gifts. And in doing so, that allows me to empower myself and to build up myself. Like, it all just seamlessly came together. So I decided to offer complimentary sessions with all of these healers, mentors, coaches, whatever you want to call them, consultants, when you sign up for this program with me. So now let's get into some of the details and specifics of what these mentorship programs contain. So you either have the option of a 3-month program or a 6-month program. So you get your own written human design blueprint that I myself write up, and I combine knowledge from a slew of different mentors. I integrate both some aspects of gene keys along with human design because they really seamlessly come together. And these blueprints are incredible. Jay and I had a blueprint written up for her back in the day when I first met with her, and it was like 14 or 15 pages. And she told me that she actually printed this blueprint out and carries it around with her everywhere that she goes. And that was just music to my ears, because that's what this is about, right? Not only the work that we're doing here, but to have this accessibility, because sometimes we just need a freaking reminder. Like, sometimes I just need something in writing, like, this is how you are, this is how you operate, you're not crazy right now. And it just helps bring me back down to earth. So you get your own written human design blueprint that, again, that's very specific and nuanced to how you operate and how your system is. In addition to that, I always give my new clients a customized welcome package. And I'm obviously not going to share what's in the welcome package, but basically think of it as like your starter kit. So everything that you would need to embark on this new journey. In addition to that is something new that I've created, which I am so excited about. This is a directory. It's basically my internal network of people that I've worked with and connected with across my path. So it's a full-scale directory of service providers, freelancers, business owners, entrepreneurs, basically anyone who offers a service to help fill in the gaps for what you need in your journey. So I've got like a slew of health coaches on here, of online fitness coaches, of like just different types of practitioners offering breath work, chiropractic services, massage services. I've got someone who does graphic design on here, business management. Like I'm a forever seeker, so I'm constantly trying out new different things, and I've come across so many incredible people who are so gifted at what they do, and I thought I need to have just like one place where people can access all these people, because what are the odds that you just like randomly come across this person, especially if you just, naturally don't follow these people on Instagram or just for some reason don't come across their pages. I wanted to create this directory, and this directory, I'm telling you right now, maybe one day I'll create an app. I don't know, but it's going to be big and expansive, and I want like hundreds of thousands of people on here. So not only do you have this directory, but every single person in this directory. And this is not just like spiritual services. I mean, I have people who offer like Reiki and tarot and just like so many different types of coaches on here, but it's so beyond that. Again, I wanted this directory to really fill in the gaps for whatever you are needing in your life right now, and have that accessibility to it. So all of these service providers have offered exclusive discount codes and promo codes that I kid you not, like you are going to save thousands and thousands of dollars through what is offered in this directory. So that's a part of this program. You get that directory. In addition to that, I have just like so much knowledge in terms of my wellness, nervous system regulation resources that I have put together in another type of directory for you. And all of this is going to be accessible through my own community that I've created. So I will be adding you to this community, which is through this app, very, very easily accessible. So you have all of this information in one place. And then in addition to that, you are getting these complimentary sessions with each mentor. So one complimentary session with Eric, one session with Jane, one session with Sean. And again, my whole idea behind bringing these mentors on is so that you get a taste of their gifts and their magic that they can offer you. And if you work with one of them and you think that they are incredible and you want to continue to work with them, by all means, like please work with them long term, because again, they can offer you all of these incredible things that I may necessarily not be able to do. But I have found, I'm a manifesting generator. I'm like, shit, can I work with 10 coaches? Because I just need so many different things in so many different aspects of my life. Like that is my dream, to be working with so many different people, because again, everyone is so insanely gifted and talented in their own special and unique ways. So you're getting those complimentary sessions with each of the mentors. When it comes to working with me, you can either choose to work with me once a week, like a 45-ish minute call, or we can meet twice a month. But beyond those calls, again, this is where like the deep work comes in. We are constantly in communication throughout the month. So through texting, your girl loves a voice note. I will send someone like a 10-minute long voice note. Having that constant access to me and having that constant communication is really, really powerful. So having that ongoing support in between the sessions through that continuous voice messaging and texting, and just like having those check-ins throughout the month is super, super powerful. So that is everything that comes in the coaching container. Again, 3 months or 6 months is what I'm offering right now. Maybe one day that'll change, but for right now, I like having the two options of either 3 months or 6 months. And then beyond that, I'm still offering all of my same type of services. So if you've never worked with me and you're like, who is this girl? Like, oh, what is she talking about? Human design and all this stuff. Come see me and we will do a chart reading where we really go over the fundamental aspects of your chart. Beyond that, if you have already worked with me in a chart reading, I offer clarity sessions. Clarity sessions allow us to just really dive deeper. Maybe you are like, hey, I want to get some more clarification around my gifts, around my channels, like the arrows, what are all of these numbers on the side of the chart when it comes to the personality side and the design side? Or maybe you're just going through a moment and you're like, I need some reflection. I need some guidance. I need some clarity on what's happening in my life. So I still offer those services. Also a connection chart reading where I basically put 2 human design charts together and I look at 2 people individually, and then I look at you together like as one chart, because then when you put the 2 charts together, you make a whole new entity or individual. So that's great if you have a partner, which I kid you not, 9 out of 10 times when I meet with a woman who's in a relationship, they're like, oh my God, I have to get my boyfriend a session. I'm like, yeah, you do, because not only like, who cares if he doesn't give 2 shits about this? Like, you're going to learn so much about him, and it is going to help you immensely when it comes to your relationship. So that's great if you are in a relationship. It doesn't need to be a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship. Maybe you and your best friend, like 2 business partners, family members, so like mom and daughter, or, whatever. So I still offer all of those sessions. Those are not going anywhere, but I really wanted to deep dive into the mentorship program because I'm just so excited about it. It's like, how many times can I say gifted and talented and excited? Like, I failed to mention this in the beginning of the episode, but I have been in this like deep hermit mode, creating, building phase for the past few weeks to a month. And as a manifesting generator, and that's like, I bop around a lot when I'm talking because that's just how my energy works. It's very sporadic. So through really going through my own integration process and really, doing the deep introspective work throughout launching and running this business, but also doing the work with these other incredible teachers and coaches and mentors and, just continuing on the path of deep diving within myself, I have really come to understand how my energy works. And if you are a manifesting generator specifically, I think you will find a lot of resonance in this, where there are really 2 main phases, okay? We've got our generator phase where we have to wait to respond to something. So I had to wait till I got this response of like, oh, okay, this is how I want to move forward. This is how I want to clarify my vision and why in creating this new mentorship program. So then once I had that positive response, I'm like, okay, heads down, we're creating, we're building, we're like so focused and in the thing. And that serves its purpose. And I've been in that phase for the past month. And I was in that phase before I launched this business. It's like, I'm just doing my damn thing and I'm in the weeds and I'm getting my hands dirty and I love it so much. And I don't want to look up because I'm in it. I'm in the grind. But then the next phase is, okay, I'm done with the creation. I'm done with the building. Of course, your whole journey of life is constantly going to be, ebbs and flows of this inspiration and creation, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm ready to step out of that. And now I'm ready to release and to step on stage again and to have my voice be heard and to share all about what I've been creating and building over the past month. And that's where the manifestor power comes from. It's like, I am ready, honey. I am ready to speak up. I am ready to be standing on that stage. I'm ready to be just screaming from the rooftops, theoretically, not obviously screaming from the rooftops about what I have been pouring my creative energy into. So, a week ago, I was just like, I knew that I was coming to a close of this creating, building phase. And now I'm at this point again where I'm just like itching to get out of it and I'm ready. That's why I have been stalling on creating a podcast episode, and I'm recording this on a Thursday. A new episode didn't come out this Monday of this week, which I had every intention to put out an episode, but it didn't happen because I think that I was still like in this deep phase. But now I'm ready. I'm ready to shine my light, which is not like my light was ever dimmed by any means, but I'm ready to step into having my voice be heard. And really it all comes down to like opening my mouth again. My mom told me this saying maybe like a month ago, and it's really, really struck a chord with me. Like, open your mouth and the world gets smaller. And I think a lot of times we, especially because most of us listening to this are probably energy beings, so we're either a generator or a manifesting generator, we can get so caught up in the back end, in the building, in the creating, in the, like, I'm just like heads down doing my thing and I don't want to look up. But the other part of life is like, we have to look up because we can't just be building the whole time. If we're building the whole time, then we can't actually be experiencing what we've been pouring our blood, sweat, and tears into. And like, that's what life is about. Like, as much as I truly, truly love the phase where it's like, I'm in my hermit mode, my gifts are coming, to light, and I'm so just obsessed with working on what I'm working on. There's this whole other side of me that's like, now I gotta share and I gotta enjoy and I gotta like live out what I've been creating. So I'm finally ready to announce this mentorship program, to announce this whole new vision that I have for myself and for my business. So with all of that being said, I am extending this invitation out to you. If you feel after listening to this episode, if you even just you have like a sliver of, this could be interesting. This could be something that I might potentially want to explore. Please come talk to me. Like, DM me on Instagram, go to my website, book a consultation with me. Let's just like flesh this out and see where you're at. Like, a lot of times, we know that on the other side of our fear is what we're meant for, is like, all of the treasures of life that we are seeking. It's on the other side of our mind trying to hold us back from what we know is insanely possible for us. So if you feel that call, reach out to me and I will be more than happy to just bounce some reflections and ideas off of one another and see if this is a good fit, because this is a really powerful, potent exchange of energy in this mentorship program. And as much as, I want to be for you, like you got to be for me, and it has to be a very equal exchange of energy. And if you're listening to this and you're like, this is great and all, but this is not for fucking me, that's totally fine too, because guess what? I may not be for you, and that is totally fine. Because the people that do listen to this and are fired up and are like, let's fucking go, I'm ready, those are my people, and that's great. But I just want you to know that there is help out there for you. If it's not me, that's what this directory is for, which that is a new service that I'm going to be offering in a whole new offering that I will probably talk about in a different episode. But I want to connect you and I want to help you with someone that is for you. Like there are guides and reflectors and coaches and mentors. There are people that are here to help you and guide you and assist you for wherever you are at in your path. So if it's not me, there is someone else out there for you. So I think that's all that I have for this episode. I am just so happy to be back on the mic. I really, really needed this for myself. So thank you for being here. As always, for tuning in for yet another episode. I'm just excited for what's to come. It's just like such a beautiful turning point collectively for all of us. So thank you so much again. You are amazing. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you in the next episode.